back here with yet another brand new video. As I promised, I'll keep on popping these brand new videos out while I'm here quarantined in my house as a result of the coronavirus. Currently not working either, so I have more free time to actually get these videos in. So just get to the business. This video here is going to talk about a UFC welterweight who has the makings to become a UFC champion that hasn't fought in a while. That UFC welterweight is Abdul Razak Alhassan. Now, the reason why you guys haven't heard of him for a while is because he's been battling some legal issues since 2018. He was recently found not guilty in his case, which means that he will be coming back to the UFC most likely this year. Now, he's 10-1 with his UFC record, and all 10 of those wins have come by knockout, which means that this man has some serious power. His lone loss was against Omari Akhmedov, and that was in 2017. Now, Omari Akhmedov is currently ranked 12 in the middleweight division in the UFC, which means that that loss was actually a quality loss. It wasn't a bad loss at all. So if he went back, looked at that fight, and corrected some of his mistakes, then he obviously learned a lot, and he had continued to win, which is why that was his only loss in the UFC. Now, his last win was against Nico Price in 2018, and that was a first-round knockout. And if we all know Nico Price, he's a finisher. He's a striker. He can take you out on the feet, even on the ground as well. So being able to knock out a fighter of that caliber in the first round in emphatic fashion means that he's actually the real deal, you know? Abdul has a lot of power, and if he strikes you, you will go down. I believe he has more power than UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, Tyron Woodley, and some other guys in the top 10 as well. Now, for his next fight, I'd really like to see him fight either Jeff Neal, who's a rising welterweight off of Dana White's Contender Series, or Robbie Lawler. Now, two of those fighters are ranked in the top 15, and I believe that Abdul should fight someone in the top 15, then make his way to someone in the top 10, and then eventually someone in the top 5 before getting a title shot. Because if you haven't fought since 2018, and it's currently 2020, then you're going to have a little bit of ring rust. Now, a lot of people believe in ring rust, a lot of others don't. It just all depends on the fighter and how he or she has been training. Now, with all that power that Abdul packs in his hands, I believe that he's just 1 or 2 wins away for a title. And he's definitely one of the top contenders in the welterweight division. But he's currently not ranked because of being missing in action for so long. But those are just some of the fights that I'd like to see him partake in when he comes back in the future. And those are some good fights that will definitely catapult him to the championship. And I do believe he does have the tools to be able to become a champion in the UFC. But he definitely has to work on his wrestling. He's not that bad. He's been taken down a couple of times, and he's been able to get back up. So if he just works on that ground game a little bit, works on that takedown defense, and I think he'll be fine against Kamaru Usman. He has the power to knock anyone out, and he definitely has the skills to become a champion. Once he gets back, I know he'll make a huge splash, and will definitely make his mark on the UFC welterweight division, and might be the new champion in 2020. It all depends on what happens, but Abdul Razak Alhassan is definitely one of the fighters you should have on your radar, and when he comes back, I guarantee you, he'll definitely make some sounds. But once again, this is just one of the fighters I wanted to talk about, someone who's been out for a while now, and when he does come back, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be hearing a lot about him. So that's basically it right there. Abdul Razak Alhassan, definitely one of the names you should target for 2020 when he does come back. Appreciate you guys listening to this video. I'll continue to keep on making more content and keep on getting better on this. So thank you guys.